Good evening and welcome to Real Talk, where we have real conversations about business, entertainment, and lifestyle. I am your host, Angelita the Coach. This is episode 9, Mr. King Wesley. Today I am joined in the studio with actor King Wesley. Hey, King.
Hey, Angelita, what's going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
So, previously, guys, I had King on or asked him to come in and, on the show. We'll just say on the show. But he was filming his movie, Code of Thieves.
Yeah.
And so you called in and we were able to talk, but I felt like it was a rush type deal.
Yeah, and then when I had to be extra quiet on set, so it was like I was whispering.
Right. I couldn't get like all up in your business. So, I thought that I'm like, hey, we need another opportunity for you to come into the studio so people can put a face with the voice that they heard and kind of just open it up to have like a Q&A session where people can call in, ask you questions about, your acting career, just like everything that's just going super dope for you.
Man,
So
I appreciate this opportunity.
yay. So, okay, guys. So, if you have any questions, comments, or you just want to say, hey to King, you guys can call in at 248-838-3661.
Call in.
That's 248-838-3661. Don't call after 9, though, because Randy gets mad if the phone starts ringing and we're not in here. We're only on from 8 to 9. So again, like I said, this is all access to King Wesley Q&A. Call in, ask questions, comments, just say hey. But before we get started, I have to thank my sponsors. Key Virtual Professionals is a virtual assistant business that is dedicated to assisting entrepreneurs, businesses, and nonprofit organizations, providing support in various areas of your business, such as virtual office administration, document preparation, social media management, financial management, and event planning. These services will help your business stay on track. Schedule your free discovery call today by visiting www.keyvirtualprofessionals.com. Okay, so excuse me, y'all. My sinuses are really bad, and
That's that habanero whiskey.
Randy gave me a shot or told me to take a shot of, what was it called?
I don't remember the brand, but it's a mango habanero whiskey.
Habanero. That's all I'm gonna say, y'all. And it's still
Pretty
there.
stiff.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit, King, but we're not gonna do the interview all over again that we did the first time.
Nah, they missed it.
They missed it. So if you guys want to watch it, if you want to listen to it, make sure you go to coachangelita.com/real talk, and you can listen there. So we're not going to backtrack, but there are some points that I do want to touch on because I know that you had just finished, or I'm not going to say you just finished. I think the movie Candy had just
It had just been released.
okay.
Yeah, back in, what was that, April. Yep, I was down in Atlanta and Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay.
That weekend of the 26th, 27th, and 28th. We actually had a premiere down in Atlanta. It was sold out. Big shout out to the Isabel brothers. Again, they trusted me with their project. And then we rode over to Huntsville, which is their hometown. And we had two premieres there. Both of those were sold out. The energy was amazing. I met a lot of people, a lot of fans actually that, I didn't know that they had seen some of my previous work.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool. Met a couple other writers and directors and producers and things of that nature. That whole experience was nice.
So what was Candy about?
Candy was about a young lady who actually played the daughter of my character. It was about a young lady who she was already faced with her troubles, of growing up and, things of that nature. But she also came, and how can I put this? She came in encounter with some of my past, my character's past,
Okay.
and it was kind of it was bringing on some more troubles, which raised a lot of questions for her. My daughter's character, she was a real inquisitive young girl, so she had a lot of questions, and as a parent, we try to not hide certain things, but we try to shoo certain things away.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what it was pretty much about. And it's a great movie, man. I can't wait till those guys release that on a video stream.
Okay, because that was my next thing. Like, okay, so how do people here in Detroit? How are we going to be able to see Candy?
Right now, you can go log on to www.isabelbrothers.com.
Okay.
They do have a website where you can actually purchase the hard copy
Okay.
of the film. And I think it's only like $10. They mail it out to you and whatnot.
Okay, that's cool. So because sometimes I see on your page where you'll drop clips of the movie, and I'm like, that's all I get. Like, I'm trying to see like this whole movie, and
Definitely got to draw you guys in.
yeah, you just give us little clips. Okay, so speaking of clips,
Okay.
now I gotta fast forward. Okay, so y'all, I stay on social media, but I'm looking through social media yesterday, and I see like credits in a movie.
Yeah.
And so at the end, I see King Wesley.
That's right.
But the first person that I seen was Sylvester Stallone that was in this movie.
Amen to that.
What?
Hey, look, I've got my first big credit roll with one of my superheroes growing up as a kid. Like,
Right.
I'll sit and binge watch all the Rocky movies.
Okay, Rockies, they are good.
I will binge watch it, and my kids will get aggravated like, Dad, we got to sit up and watch this. I'm like, yeah, So,
Classic.
with that movie, that's actually Escape Plan, The Extractors. They actually cut my scene out, it's okay because I still receive residual income off the movie. But I just felt I was even more excited that my name was in the credits with him.
Absolutely.
Curtis Jackson,
Absolutely.
a.k.a. 50, a.k.a. 50, a.k.a. 50. Dave Bautista. Like, these guys are some of my, people that I look up to. Of course,
Right.
everybody knows that I'm, keeping my fingers crossed and my shoes tied tight, with the, for the opportunity to work with 50. So that, to me, that was exciting. You know what I mean? So I just said, hey, look, you didn't physically see me, but here I am.
I was there.
I was there.
I was there.
I spent long hours. Shout out to my homeboy Tristan Fizikas too. He's from Detroit. He's actually in that movie with me. We
Nice.
was both in this one particular scene, this big scene. They actually showed him.
Nice.
That was
Nice.
cool. They actually showed him.
So kind of explain that to, people who are, starting out as acting and, getting their feet wet. Explain that to them as far as like your name came up in the credits, but they didn't actually show you.
Okay, let me explain how all that happened. What actually happened was it was a casting agency in Ohio by the name of Angela Boehm. I had submitted for, that role, and like I said, my homeboy is here, Tristan Fizikas. He submitted too. They actually casted him for that. So, but they had sent me another email for another scene, which was cool. I was fine with that. So what I did was I screenshotted that email and I posted it because I knew who the producers were, and they followed me. So I just said, in the caption, I said, you know what, that'd be nice. You know what I'm saying, if I can book this. I wasn't directing it. I didn't add nobody. I didn't tag anybody or nothing like that. But 3 minutes after me posting it, the actual producer seen it and he inboxed me and gave me his company, which is EFO Films. The producer name was Randall Emmett. He inboxed me and said, hey, if you want to do this scene, call my office, talk with Tim. Tim is the president of his corporation, and tell him you spoke with me, and he's going to pull you into that scene. I mean, that was just amazing. Now, Randall Emmett is he's also one of the producers and executive producers of probably one of your favorite shows, because I know it's one of mine, which is Power.
I was just getting ready to say, you was probably about to say Power.
So that was just like, it was mind blowing. So I called him. He didn't pick up, but I was able to leave a voice message, and I told him who I was and everything. They didn't get back with me right away, but they got back with me in time enough for me to go down and get fitted for that scene, and and go through the because we actually had to do some training, for that scene. So that was cool, and it just happened, like, and I just know that's all guys work. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And sometimes that happens though, where you'll have someone will have a scene in a movie.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
And your scene just doesn't make it into the movie. It happens
all the time. So what Randall ended up doing was he wound up getting because I was supposed to be just an extra. So he got my contract renegotiated.
Nice.
Which was cool. I wound up getting a lot more money, and in the contract it says some residuals.
There you go.
So I was like, it was just a big blessing, man. And I thank him. I recently thanked him, but I had been previously thanking him for that opportunity. You know what I mean? Because it's millions and millions of people who would, definitely love to be in my shoes.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Especially be with that guy, knowing what he's capable of doing. You know what I mean? So, like I said, that was just nothing but guys' work. So, I mean, hey, I didn't make the scene, but he reassured that I got paid, and I'm going to continue to get paid off of it.
There you go. That's
which
what's
is
up.
More important than being seen.
Exactly. Okay, so so I'm going back again, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna give it all, but I'm gonna go back. See, you have to listen to the last. You have to listen to episode 7. It's called Lights, Camera, Action.
Episode 7, y'all.
Episode 7. So, Wait is probably like, well, I've seen you act before because I've seen you act in a play.
Correct. When the Smoke Clears.
Yes, When the Smoke Clears. You're good. You're a very good actor. Because after When the Smoke Clears, I kind of like, yeah, I had to give you the side eye, like, for real, okay? That's what you're doing. But yeah, I had to give him the side eye just because, like, his acting skills are really, really good.
And that's what you want to do when you're on the camera. For those who are, who's out, who's listening, actors, the biggest thing that you want is you want to be as believable as possible without being caught acting on screen. That's if you're portraying a bad guy, and after your show, they come to you and they give you a hug and say, "Oh, you did a good job." That's probably not what you want to hear.
Nah, you got side eye for me. I was like,
you want people to look at you and as that character, like, man, you disgust me right now.
I was like, you are not the person that I previously met.
Because my favorite character on Power, believe it or not, until they died, was Holly. She pissed me off, like, literally. And moving forward, okay, of course everybody hates Tariq, but, like, I really hated Holly. I was so glad. I know where I was at when I watched her die and everything.
But you know what? There has been actors, though, honestly, that I don't like because of the role that they played in a movie.
Yeah.
One guy, I don't know his name, but okay, remember Terminator, the Terminator where the guy was liquid?
Yeah.
I do not like him.
Yeah.
I don't like him in real life.
Yeah.
And there was another guy, the guy that played in Tyler Perry, what is it?
When the couples went on their vacation.
No. Oh, I don't like him either. But no, I don't like him neither. But no, what was it? Oh my goodness! Why I'm drawing a blank. They lived in a mansion, and he kicked her out, and then
Oh,
he ended up getting.
when he was whooping on her, and she Medea taught her to play grit ball.
Yes. No,
Yeah,
was that it? The guy with the bald head.
yeah, I know you're talking
Okay,
about.
yeah,
Yeah,
him. I like he's another actor. Like I don't know his name, but if I see him, nope, I'm not watching it. I don't like him. But yeah, some of these roles that these actors play, they really make you not like them in real life. Okay,
they selling their
so
product.
yeah, they sell their product. So when I got done seeing King after the play, I kind of gave him the side eye because
And
first of all, he had different color hair.
yeah, see, and I gave her the forewarning, like, you guys are not gonna like me at all.
And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. But Wait, and then obviously I seen the movie Wait.
And you know what? Don't mean to cut you off,
No,
but
go ahead.
that whole different colored hair. You want to hear something funny about that?
Where did that come from?
Like, it was my idea initially. I kind of flirted with it with my producer, Melissa Talbot. I was like, you know what? I want to do something just different. You know what I mean? Because everybody recognizes me. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, he can play a bad guy, or he can play whatever. But I wanted you guys not to see me at all. You know what I mean? So I started watching. Well, I ain't start watching, but you remember that movie with Blair Underwood when he was the psychotic boyfriend? That's where I kind of got. Well, if you can't remember the name of it, because I can't. That's where I kind of got the movie.
I'm trying to think now.
The
Like,
whole idea for the look, just to give myself a different.
is it on
look.
Netflix? No.
It might be. It might be.
Okay.
It might be, but that's where that came from. So the week of our tech week, I went and got my hair bleached or whatever, and I walked into practice late, but I kind of blamed it on my birthday because my birthday was the week of the play, and they were like, oh, that's fine. I told them I'd just be a little late, So when I came in, I had my hood on. I was acting like I was, having a bad day or whatever. But our scene that came up where it was time to reveal my character. And so I just kept the hood on and whatnot. And the moment when I had to reveal myself, I pulled the hood off. Like, everybody's just like, what? You know what I mean? So it was just like a big pause. It was like a big pause. Everybody had to get their laughs, their jokes in. But everybody was like, wow.
It worked.
It worked.
Yeah,
You know
it
what I
did.
mean?
It worked. Because when you walked out, I was like, what?
Tanita had actually thought I had put some Kool-Aid in my hair. I'm like, this was real dye.
How long did that last in your hair?
As fast as I dyed my hair back.
Okay. Okay.
Because the first show, I don't know if you came to the first show.
It was the first one, yeah.
Yeah, my hair was curly. Well, the next night I had cut my hair, so it was back to this length that I am now. So I gave myself another look.
Oh,
and it was like,
wow.
oh man, they kind of did that second look a little better. You know what I mean? Well, it was cool. It was fun, man. That's the joy of
Right.
of being an actor and having a career where you can just be anybody. You know what I mean? You can just have fun with it. You know what I mean? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We get paid, decent, just to have fun, man.
So, describe your acting style.
I don't have one.
You don't have one.
No.
Okay. All right.
Now what I can say is I've been typecast.
Okay.
And that's fine because it keeps me working. I usually get typecast for either the bad guy, the cheating husband, the drug dealer, the boss.
Well, you play a good drug dealer.
Yeah, that comes from just experience of watching people. Not that I know anything about that.
We don't know anything about that. Just watching.
So, style-wise, I don't really have a style. What I do have is techniques that allow me to tap into just about anybody.
Okay.
And like I say, I've been typecast, which is fine. I when I initially got started, I kind of got like, you know what, this is getting boring because I keep doing the same thing. But then I started to listen to my, people that had my better interests, like the Melissa Talbots, the Richard Bass, You know, those two guys and Thomas Harris. Shout out to Thomas Harris from over in Moolah Films. They said, Wes, you know what? If push yourself. When everybody sits back and say that, oh man, you did a good job. And they're like, nah, you want to push yourself. Never get comfortable. You know what I mean? That's the big thing. Like with film, and I think that's why I continuously get booked the way that I do, because I'm never content with, you know, even if I got to play the bad guy two times in a row, which currently I'm doing now. Coming out of Code of Thieves, going into The Price of Love, I play two bad guys.
So in Code of Thieves, do you play a bad guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out of all,
And you're not gonna like me in that.
oh gee,
Sorry, but it's
Really?
it's nothing like me. No. You're not gonna.
Okay, so are you done filming Code of Thieves?
We actually wrapped 3 days ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when is that set to?
2020.
Okay,
It's either gonna be late 19, but we have. I actually have I have 2 films lined up under the same umbrella. I think it's just gonna. He said 2019, but I feel like personally it's gonna be 2020. Yeah.
so out of all of the characters that you've played, which one would you say that would probably be your favorite?
My favorite character actually it's the series that I'm a part of, Transitions, Bosco. Bosco.
I mean, you was kind of mean.
Bosco is a brutal dude. He's
Okay.
a brutal. When I say brutal, he's a brutal dude. Like, he's bipolar.
Wow.
The only person that really can control that guy is his wife. You know, and it's like, and she only can do so much.
Wow.
He's a brutal guy, and it's, you know, I think you've seen that scene. But
I did. I seen the scene because I
man,
did.
that you know, that scene. When I first seen it at the theaters, I'm gonna go back to what I said a few minutes ago. You don't want people to see you when you're acting.
Mm-hmm.
So when I seen me in that character for the first time, I was blown. I said, "Whoa, wait a minute, oh, this," you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
This dude he's really tapped in. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm my biggest critic, you know, and Bosco,
that scene, he was something else.
He was something else. And then I'm gonna say, following that is my my character Quincy from the movie, and we got to get you that movie, Candy.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
I do.
You're gonna like Quincy because he's the complete opposite of.
And
Bosco.
and that's what I was thinking. And that's why I asked, because when I seen the scene, the table scene, and I was like, okay, he seemed like this character is not like the character in Way is not like Bosco. It's like, it seemed like he was totally different.
Yeah.
And so, like, he lived, like, his past was that,
Yeah.
but this is how he is now. So I'm like, okay, now this would be kind of interesting to see, you know, King in this role, because
that guy Quincy, you'll love him because he flirts with his past a little bit, and you could see some glimpses of it. But my job, like the directors wanted me to do, they wanted to show the struggle of, you know, and that's real life. People have struggles, especially people who, you know, for example, people who've been saved, which is my character in that movie. He's now saved,
right?
And people don't realize just because you're saved, especially when you're newly saved, you get attacked the most. So
You want to go back.
they wanted me to show that struggle. And yeah, that's something I could relate to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
You guys love Quincy.
yeah, I seen that. I was like, oh, this looks like this could be a different side. Now, Bosco. Okay, so now the series is called Transitions.
Correct.
And it is on Amazon.
Correct.
But somewhere something's missing here.
What you mean?
Or did I just not go? Did I just not watch it further enough?
And that
And
the first episode.
Yeah, and the first season, is that like
Yeah,
the first
it's season 1, episode 1.
Season, okay.
That's what's on Amazon Prime.
And there's
now.
nothing else on there.
No, it's just
Okay.
that one episode. I just spoke with the and it was crazy because I just switched over from Instagram to Facebook Live, but the actual producer, the writer and the creator, he just tapped in and announced that episode 2 will be out this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because, I'm waiting to get to that scene where Bosco went crazy in the office.
Yeah. That's coming up. That's coming up.
So
It's coming
you
up.
see how I was like message you like, okay, so when do you come in? Like where?
It's coming up. Did you? I don't know if did you see episode 1?
I did see episode
Did you see
1.
Michael Blackston?
Yes. I did not know that he was
Character.
in there. I didn't know he was in there.
He's a real
He's a
character.
fool.
He's
Oh
a
my,
real
yes, he is truly a fool.
And Juan Glover from The Wire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I
Slim
was
Charles.
like, okay, this could be.
Yeah, they actually out in L.A. right now filming with Uncle Snoop.
Oh.
Yep. And then I was just on the phone with a partner of mine, Ann Benzino, yesterday. So we're gonna see if we can get that mapped out, hashed out some way.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on that episode where you was, having you was upset. He brought this dude in the office. You like, I got all this money out here. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, he was tripping.
He
with that.
tripped out.
I think anybody would have spazzed out.
Yeah, that's true though. You
even
bring
if you wasn't
somebody.
in that type of lifestyle, and you walk one of your good people walks a stranger into your
Right.
Like, oh, bro, what are you doing?
But it's the face. Like I think when I watch people act, like I look at like their facial expressions and I see how like they so like they're so into it, and so like your facial expression, and I'm like, man, like he has facial expressions like this could really be real. Like I'm like, but this is not the king. That's
It's not,
that's
that
not
is
king.
not. It's not. King is cool, man. King is laid back.
Right.
King he's cool.
So. How again, so listen guys, if you're listening and you have questions and you have comments for King, call 248-838-3661. You can ask him anything.
What a number. I was going to say the number again.
Oh. 24 is right there. 248-838-3661.
248-838-3661. Call in.
Call and ask him questions, comment. Just call and say, hey.
My little sister just tapped in. Tori Monet from Wake.
Hey.
Hey, Tori.
Hi. So yeah, call in and say hi, say hey, just give ask some questions, some comments. I think it's really good like when you have somebody in your community, someone like King who's out here, who gives back, and who's just honestly just like a real down to earth cool guy, that you can kick it with. So I'm trying to let y'all get y'all 2 minutes of fame before
Man, I appreciate it. Hey, look, if you needed me to come at least once a week, hey, look,
right,
we'll find something to talk about.
I'm trying to get y'all 2 minutes of fame so y'all could be like, I called it on the podcast when King used to live in Detroit. Because once he up out of here, y'all look.
FYI, King is not leaving Michigan.
You say you're not leaving
I'm not
Michigan.
leaving Michigan. I'm not going to Atlanta.
Because that's what everybody do. They make it big and they leave.
I'm not going to LA. All them earthquakes. I'm staying right here.
Atlanta is. It's too many people living in Atlanta. Yes, I know, right? I was. He was thinking it. He was thinking the same thing I was thinking.
It's just too much going on down in Atlanta right now.
Exactly. It's just too crowded.
I could commute. I buy time. I get a timeshare anywhere. I probably have a timeshare in 30 out of 50 states. I will do it.
So, how long have you been acting?
15 years.
15 years.
Yeah. So when I do catch this big break, I know it's going to seem like overnight to some, but it's like
15
it's going to be like if it happened this year, it'd be a 15-night overnight success.
So, also, not only with you have your movies, and then you have
I've done a lot of stage too.
That's where I was going to stage play. Like obviously I met you when you did When the Smoke Clears, but obviously before that, like I didn't know who you were prior to that. So I mean I'm sure there were so many things that you did stage wise. So what were some of those?
A shout out to Angela Dunlap. One of my bigger productions, probably my biggest stage production was with Angela Dunlap. She's from here. and she's a national playwright. It was entitled When Men Pray. That production was dynamic. We had Terrell Carter from Empire.
Nice.
We had Tony Terry, the singer. We had Henri Franklin, Don Snipes, myself, and my homeboy Andrew Calhoun. And that was based upon we were all friends in that play, who was basically in like a time capsule, and we were all struggling with something. You know what I mean? My character, he struggled with I forgot that word. He was like I couldn't read, whatever that word.
Illiterate.
It was
Not
another. It was
illiterate.
another
No, it's
word.
another word.
It was another word that they were using. But
What's the word, Randy? See how I just put
well,
him? I just put Randy all in the mix.
he can't.
I am not paying attention.
Oh, Randy. Well, I ain't giving you the juice then.
Randy. What's another word for someone who can't read?
I forgot.
Illiterate is the only word
See?
I know.
Yeah, he wasn't illiterate, but I forgot the word that they gave. But this character, he was that, and he struggled because it was a girl in his class that he liked when he was a kid, and he wound up getting older, and she wound up getting him locked up and stuff like that. So he had to, find himself and find the Lord to help find himself. So that was a big production. Joe Smith, I've done all his productions except this last one, his Christmas play. Diamond Girls was his biggest production. That's where I got a lot. That's where my face became like real popular when I started working with him. And that when he did the first play, Diamond Girls, back in 2012, because he actually did it 3 times. I've worked with T.J. Hempfield. I was one of his soldiers, and I forgot that Easter play that what's the name of that? I forgot it.
I am not a play person, believe it or not.
I forget.
If it wasn't for Tanita, I probably.
My brain is. I'd be forgetting. But I've done over like 30 something stage plays.
Yeah.
So.
That's dope. That's dope.
And it's definitely helped me with film because, with stage, you get one take. Film, you can cut, redo it, and,
And keep going back and going back, and it's okay. So, speaking of that, how?
Tanita said,
Hey! So, speaking of that, I have a question. How do you remember all those lines?
God. That's when actually, I knew I had something special because I actually write music.
Okay.
Like, I write. I don't actually perform it, but I actually, write it, like raps and stuff like that. Poetry, things of that nature, spoken word. And I can remember it. It's just I never performed it. And that's when it kind of gave me the signal, like, hey, man, your memory is something, unique.
Right.
And then I got with my acting coach, Henri Franklin, and he started telling me different things as far as, how I break down a scene. That actually helped, enhance my capability to remember those lines. Like, I already had a good memory. But when
Obviously.
he incorporated, breaking down the scene and knowing your purpose in the scene, it made it that much easier. So now it's pillow talk. It's real simple.
See, that's because I'm like, how do actors remember?
I've had 4 scripts at one time, meaning 4 different characters, and I've
and you've gotten it.
Sometimes I've done had to bring all of them to different rehearsals. I'm like, hey man, you remembering all that? They'll pull me to the side. Hey man, you just not doing. We ain't pushing you too hard. No, I'm good. And get out there, and I just do it. So it's just it's just a God gift, man, and I recognize it, and I'm utilizing it to the best of my ability.
That's good.
Thanks, Tanita. She said, and he does it good.
What are some things you do to remain relaxed and calm during an audition?
Just knowing. Well, recently, I ain't gonna say it's probably about 4 years ago, which is pretty recent. Recently, just knowing that the casting directors and the directors and producers and things of that nature, they know what they want. I mean, I can go in there and do, every act from the Barnum and Bailey Circus. If that's not what they want, then hey. So I'm here to display what I have. Hope I come close to what you want. And I hope what I do leave you with, you may can call me back one day, if not today. So, my advice to actors, the new actors, and even actors that's, been in the game, just know that. Like, the casting directors, they know what they want. So it's not, use that nervousness, because I still get nervous.
Right.
Use that nervousness to trigger emotions and pull from. You know what I mean? Once you know how to harness that, and that's something that I teach, because I do one-on-one training, not with everybody, but just with selected people. I teach them that, like, hey, look, I know you're nervous because I get nervous. Let me show you how to use that energy.
And I don't think that's something that'll ever, obviously, probably will never go away. The nerves.
No, never. This is something that one thing about it, anything that you're passionate about, you're going to get nervous about it. Because this is if it's your passion, if it doesn't move you, then it's not your passion. If it doesn't scare you, then it's not your passion.
Exactly. Yes. Totally agree. So let me back up. So we all know King.
Backing on up.
So we all know King, the actor, and but who is King? Who is King Wesley?
King is a real cool dad. Well, I always start that off wrong. King is a real cool husband.
There you go.
I'm a real cool dad. And I'm just a real down to earth person. King will tell you how it is, brutally at times, but I've gotten better with knowing. I had to understand that it's a universal language for everybody. You know what I mean? And I've practiced and prayed over using that universal language to build my connections, my networks, things of that nature. I've practiced my love language with my wife. Certain things, that I would typically say to her, I can't just always just come out the gate with it. I gotta not put a filter on it, but it's a language that you gotta use. King is I'm a loyal friend. I'm a homebody. I don't like big crowds, crazy because of the work that I'm in, but I don't really like big crowds. I like to have fun though. I like house parties and barbecues. And
right. The laid back stuff. Yeah.
I like, King like the laid back things in life. I love my kids. I think I pick with them more than anybody in the world. I'm a prankster. I will pull a joke in a minute.
We keep that in mind. Let me keep that in mind.
I am not a wankster. I'm a prankster. I like to have fun, man, and just live life.
Absolutely.
Because it's a real blink, man. We gotta just live it. We do a lot of worrying about things that we have no control over, and sometimes we forget to live. So
yeah.
Yeah. That's me.
That's dope. Yeah. I would say I would have to agree. It's time. You have to enjoy life.
I got a question for you.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. This is my show.
Who's Angelita? Tell us about Angelita.
Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Which one know about Angelita?
Who is she?
Hey, she's a mom. She's a mom of 4.
Okay.
And a grandmother.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really just a laid back person. I think I'd probably say they call me like the geek. I don't watch TV
Is
much.
she telling the truth over here?
He doesn't know. Randy sees me like
Randy,
what?
like, I'm just here to.
I'm just here to just make sure the show just get airs. It's like I only see her twice a month. That's it. But I'm laid back. I think over the last couple of years, I think that I've just really just been getting to know myself, getting to know me. I can honestly say that I found myself at 39,
Hey,
and I'll be 41 this year.
that's cool. That's
You
cool.
know,
Like,
so
and you know what? Big kudos to you too, because most women don't tell the age, even though she doesn't look nowhere near 41. Everybody,
I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you,
nowhere
thank
near
you.
it. Nowhere near it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And that's cool, man. Because I can attest to that. I've just recently found myself, and I'll be 40 this year. 3 years ago.
See, you know, and for me, it was one of those things where, you know, you have to, and I tell people this all the time, and the first time I heard this phrase, and thoughts become things. And I'm like, that makes,
Yeah.
you know, when I first heard it, I was like, that makes absolutely no sense. It makes a lot of sense.
That it does.
So, and I just think that, you know, you got to unlearn some things, learn
You know
some
what I had to
things.
learn today? Again,
What'd you have to learn?
I had to learn to appreciate the journey.
Okay.
Because sometimes we as people, we confuse the destination with the journey. You know what I mean? And you gotta know that
And the journey's dope sometimes.
that's
All the
that's
time.
Life.
Yeah.
Life is dope all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Yes,
Like,
life is dope all the time.
even in the dark. It's dope because
Because you always gonna pull.
you
Even
can
in the dark,
always-
you're gonna pull
you
something
gonna-
out.
Think about it. Everything that you've been through. Just think about everything that you've been through. You probably can't, right? You made it through it.
Absolutely.
100% of every
Everything.
bad thing that you went
Yes.
through. So now you
Yep.
can incorporate the good things. You know what I mean? So that in itself is completely that's something to be like, hey, you know what? This thing called life is not that bad. I don't care what happens, what get thrown my way.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it out
I'm
of
gonna
it.
make it. That's the journey.
Yeah.
That's the journey. People think of, the destination as like maybe a financial place, or I can travel. I can do this. No. That's not the destination. Your destination is your ancestors, reaching your ancestors.
We ain't there yet.
We're not there
We're
yet.
not there
We
yet.
gotta live.
Yeah, we ain't there yet, and I'm not trying to push that. I'm trying
I'm
to. I'm cool right now.
Shout out to my LA people. What's up, Nate? I see you over there. Yeah,
Absolutely.
We have to stay in tune with the journey and appreciate it and trust the process and the journey.
Yes, absolutely.
I didn't mean to take over your.
No, you know what? Hey, real talk. That's the
Real
name of the
talk.
show.
Real
Is
talk.
so ask questions too.
Yeah. Make sure you guys call in at 248-838-3661.
Yes.
If you got any questions, not only for me but for Angelita as well.
Oh, y'all! I think I done found me a co-host, y'all.
We working. Hey, look, I got to be more than just an actor.
I gotta be a co-host. Come in and come on the show and come talk to me. So yeah, and then I think too, as you get older, solitude is really nice.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
have to spend that time with yourself, and
The only way you elevate is to isolate. And God will not bless you until, drum roll, you're landing.
we don't have a drum roll, Randy.
Oh.
No. Oh.
Until your clear port is clear.
There
Your
you go.
landing space is clear. So just imagine that as your blessings. You know what I mean? He can't bless you until your runway is clear.
Exactly.
Clear the land, clear the bless,
Absolutely. So, any more questions for me, King?
No, that was it. I just had to hit you back with what you hit me with.
I know. Look, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I wasn't expecting no questions. So who is one actor, or it doesn't even have to be one, it can be a few, like who would you like to work with?
Definitely my homeboy, my ace. This is. I think I might get a little starstruck. Probably will get starstruck, and that'll be Denzel.
Oh yeah.
And that only lasts for a second because I am a Detroit player. I am from New York, which is he's from New York as well. But I'm here from Detroit now, so we boss up. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, yeah, he gonna freeze me up for a second, but I'm like, okay, let's get it.
Okay, let's get it. Yeah.
Denzel, I would love to work with Morgan Freeman. I would love to work with Halle Berry. I would love to work with
Just
Sanaa
don't give Halle Berry no more kids. She keep losing them in every movie. She lose a kid.
Man,
Okay, go ahead.
See, they stereotype her.
See, look, Randy, you know what I'm talking about,
they
Randy.
even
She lose a kid.
They even stereotype her. Sanaa Lathan. We have it's some new talent that's coming up. Like some of the guys, I can't even remember their name right now because I'm under the spotlight. But I definitely would want to work with 50.
Yes. Yeah.
I think working with him, I want to be on the set. I want to be in the scene with him. You know what I mean? Just to see what that energy is like. Shout out to my homeboy Joseph Sikora. That's Tommy from Power. Joseph Sikora.
Oh.
He's him and Amari is those are my guys.
Nice.
Man, really just about
That's what's up.
the elite.
What about? Because I just
what's her name? The Benjamin Button of the game, the young lady, Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett.
I would love to work with her.
Dope. Yes.
Benjamin Button. She's not Asian.
No, she is not. she is not Asian. She is absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful. What about Samuel L. Jackson?
I would love it. I mean, his energy. I think our energy would be dynamic because he's just raw.
Yeah,
and that's just me. I'm like raw. Like F you too.
Right. Exactly.
We be dropping F-bombs everywhere. Like, bro, it is what it is.
Exactly.
Samuel,
that's what yes.
His energy, I could tell it's amazing. But me being a forever student, I would know I have to pause my student moment and really just do what I do because I don't want to be. They're not going to drown me out in the scene.
Right.
I'm gonna say it again. You're not gonna drown me out in the scene. I'm not gonna try to dominate the scene myself. We're gonna toss that energy around and make history. You know what I mean?
Say it loud for the people in the back.
Yeah, I had to. You're not gonna. We're gonna make that scene pop. That movie pop. Jamie Foxx, shout out to him too.
Yeah, he's a good actor too.
Man, he's a great actor.
Yes.
Oscar award winning actor.
Yes.
With him and Ray. Honestly, I can go with it. I feel like I can go with anybody. And that's not putting myself on a pedestal or anything. That just knows. I just know the work that I put in, and I know that I'm gonna be forever a student. The very first stage play I did, it was a guy named Kenny Boyle. This guy, he was just great, and I would soak up his energy. And after we got done with the first stage play, shout out to Kenyatta Burst for The Enemy in My House. That was the very first stage play I ever done, and he was in it. I told him, I said, bro, you don't know how much of your energy I soaked up. I don't even know if soaked up was a word, but that's what I did. I soaked it up. I soaked up the energy. And he's like, nah, bro. He's like, nah, for real. He's like, man, I was pulling energy from you. I'm like,
y'all was pulling energy from each other.
That's just, because he was just smooth with it. So I'm like, oh, I got to be smooth with it.
So Randy just informed me that we have 5 minutes left. I still got a whole bunch of questions, y'all. Okay, so look. Okay, let me.
That means it's going to be a part 3.
Okay. Look, I told you. Look, anything that's going on with King, y'all gonna hear it right here. Okay.
Exclusively.
Yes, I'm trying to get like a segment here for like our Detroit actors and actresses. We gonna call it the King Wesley segment, where they come in and talk and all of that good stuff. So I'm about to put that in the works. It's gonna be the King Wesley segment.
We working. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to work as a co-host too. So
okay.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, yeah, we gonna work it out. We gonna work it out. Okay, so really quick, what are your movie now? What are you working on now?
Currently? I just wrapped up Code of Thieves with director BZ Jones. Coming up next, we have Price of Love, which is executive produced by drumroll Detroit's own Detroit Iceware Vezo. He's producing this. It was written by Kamal Smith. Excuse me. It's going to be directed by director BZ Jones. And then following up after that, I have what you could call Insta-famous. and that's gonna be slap happy comedy.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's gonna be a comedy. Shout out! Oh, I got Flint Tail on the way. Shout out my
Oh,
my
yeah, I
boss.
seen that.
Yeah,
That
that's
was,
big.
oh, yeah.
Flint Tail is on the way. My boss just tapped in. Mark Case. He's from Detroit. He's a
Okay.
Hollywood now. He's from Detroit, but now he's a Hollywood movie director.
Just so they know, like, I am, like,
Yeah.
King's exclusive interviewer. So make sure y'all remember this face.
Yeah.
Wherever he at, y'all got to fly me out, too. Like,
Definitely. Shout out to Mark Case with Flint Tail. We got Sasha Lane's coming. See, I'm glad he popped in because I got movies with
that's
him
what's
that
up.
is
Yeah,
just really
because that was another one. I'm like, there's something
and
else I'm supposed to be asking you about.
I was just on the set with the
Yeah,
mayor.
a Flint. Yeah,
it's-
I seen that.
It's crazy. It's just that's going to be a part 3 of this interview.
Yes,
everybody.
of course. There's going to be a part 3. Yes, there is. Okay, so this is one question that I wanted to ask you. If you could assemble your own cast and crew for a project, who would that consist of?
I'm gonna answer that in part 3.
Oh.
Because that's put together a whole team. Like I know people specialize with DP work, which is director of photography. Certain directors, certain assistant directors, certain writers. Then we got to focus on the actors and things of that nature. It's a lot more than just
Okay.
that
Just
goes
saying,
on.
okay.
Yeah. So let's say that question for
Okay.
episode 3.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got
What
you.
if we can get one more in?
Okay,
That'd
let
be
me see.
cool.
What am I going to ask you? Let's see. I always ask everyone this, and I already know the answer to it, but I like to still ask. Would you consider yourself successful?
Definitely. I'm living a dream, and it's getting me. It's gotten me here with you. This is a success. This is an opportunity. Opportunity presents success.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So every opportunity I get is, most people look at success as, money.
Yep.
No, it's an opportunity to be on a platform that you wouldn't normally be on. So, Randy, I appreciate you.
Randy, are you telling me like my time is up?
Yeah.
My time is up, you guys. So you know that there will definitely be
Part 3.
Part 3. As you can see, nobody else can come in the studio when we talk. It's just you and I because we have so much to discuss. So how can people connect with you on social media?
You can on Instagram. That's at I am King Wesley. That's IAMKINGWESLEY. And on Facebook, it's King Wesley. I have
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's 3 pages. And that's King Wesley. King Wesley. That's KINGWESLEY. Then it's King page 2 Wesley. Then it's Wesley page 3 King.
Okay. You just need a page.
I just need a whole PR. Like
Yeah.
I be trying to juggle all that.
Yeah,
It's hard.
yeah. We're gonna talk about that too.
Yeah.
Yep, I got you. Okay, so thank you all so much for tuning in to Real Talk with Angelita. My guest was King Wesley. We're definitely coming back for a part 3 to this, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks.